I find that as a struggle for men addicts in recovery as well. I know that we developed a dating plan.
Yes.
A 5-page worksheet, looking at all these pieces before we make a decision to get into a dating relationship.
Yes.
And then, like I said, it goes back to, now these are my values. This is my plan. How do I stick to this mission statement?
Yes.
And is that something that you did when you got into the dating world?
Similar, yes, but I have to be honest, the dating plan felt too much like homework for me, or like schoolwork, or it just felt too rigid for me. And maybe it was just at the time, because as a clinician, I absolutely see its benefit. I mean, come on. I think it was just how I was at the time. Plus I have ADHD, and that didn't really go well with it was overwhelming, to be quite honest, to answer those questions and to really write out those questions. It felt overwhelming. So guess what I do when I feel overwhelmed? I don't know.
What dating plan? Where did that go? Right.
So in my book, I came up with, and it's called the Compassionate Structure Plan. And it is to go either in conjunction with your dating plan or as your dating plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's a daily checklist that you're going to go through, maybe even after you go on your first date with a guy, or maybe after you guys meet for the first time, and you're going to start then, and you're going to go through your daily checklist. And then on the second page, there's affirmations, really practical affirmations that women need to hear when they're dating. And then it goes into the weekly checklist. So we have a daily checklist, and then we have a weekly checklist. So that would be like maybe when you're in the relationship, you're month, maybe 2 months in, you're going to look at it weekly. Like, am I, the one that comes to mind right now, one of the questions is am I doing most of the emotional heavy lifting right now in this relationship? Am I the one who's trying harder than he is? Are my partner's actions matching his words? Things like that and these are just check boxes in my book, not things that they would have to write out, because sometimes we just can't think of the things. So they just check, and they can also add their own at the end. So I find that more helpful than just a dating plan, or not just a dating plan. I find it more feasible. Like I could wrap my head around that better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I want to say that Kim presented at ITAP, and I was fortunate enough to listen to her talk. And one of the pieces that she talked about in the talk, and also it's in the book, is this beautiful, what do you call this, Kim?
The mothering exercise.
Can I show it? I don't know if people can see that or not. Can they see it? Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about this?
Yes, I love the mothering exercise because I think this gives the female sex and love addict, and I'm saying females because it worked for me. Like all of this stuff is stuff I've done.
Yeah, good.
But I also do with my clients, right? So if they can separate themselves from the inner child and make themselves the functioning adult, the parent, then that empowers them to help that piece when they feel triggered, when the inner child feels triggered, when the inner child feels completely lost or helpless and hopeless in this relationship or in this situation. The mothering exercise has them pause, and kind of it helps to regulate, because I ask that they ground themselves. I ask that they place their left hand over their heart and their right hand over their tummy. And then you're asking that inner child what she needs right now. And then the mother shows up. So you switch hands and put the right hand on the heart and the left hand on the tummy. And that switches the left brain to the right brain, or the right brain to the left brain. And then you become the mother, and you ask that mother to then be what the child needs.